I'm trying to just like sit back and enjoy my basketball team, try and force a game seven tonight, win at home, have an exciting series with the number one seed in the conference. But everything is getting lost in the sauce of Joel Embiid not winning MVP this season. And everyone that's upset about that, everyone that's bringing their opinion about what a tremendous robbery this is. This is the greatest heist in the history of sports that Joel Embiid didn't win MVP this season. Look, I love Joel Embiid. I love the Sixers. But man, looking at things with objective eyes, to think that it is that much of just a complete abysmal anomaly that Jokic won MVP over Embiid. I mean, I know people are like, well, to win back-to-back MVPs, you have to be something special. You have to be like a transcending force in the league that pushes your team to championships and stuff like that. And Nikola hasn't done that yet. But it's a regular season award. It's an award for regular season performance. I mean, how many MVPs did Peyton Manning win? How many times did Peyton Manning go one and done in the playoffs? I know it's a completely different sport, but man, people hold him up as one of the all-time greats. And to answer the question, it was 7 times that Peyton Manning went one and done in the playoffs. And yes, I know he won 2 Super Bowls as well. But the point being is, no one ever threw any shade on him when he won MVP because everyone knew it was a regular season award, the same as it is in the NBA. And people want to bring. I hear what I see. I hear and see one of the common complaints being the race card. Like, my mind has a complete blank to think of one black guy that has won it in the recent past. Like I can't think of anyone that's a non-white that has won the MVP in the NBA that is a non-white. Anyway, and now the voting was released yesterday, late last night, and it turns out Nikola got almost triple the amount of first place votes that Embiid did. In fact, I would say one of the most just mind-boggling things when looking at the results was that 2 voters had Nikola Jokic as their 4th place person on their ballot, saying that Nikola isn't even a top 3 talent in the NBA is absurd. That was like, when I looked at all the numbers, I didn't say like, oh my God, I can't believe Embiid wasn't even relatively close. I think it's more absurd that Jokic got 2 4th place votes. Like, that is mind blowing. People should be more alarmed from seeing that. Anyway, so yeah, Nikola won with almost triple the amount of first place votes. And I know people are like, well, we need to have the players do the voting because right now it's just media personalities that do this or journalists, etc. And I look at that as the fairest way to do it. Like, yes, I know you're going to get the voter from Denver press and the voter from Philadelphia press that are obviously going to vote for their hometown guy, but all the other cities, analysts and TV personalities, etc., that vote on this, they're going to be looking at it more objectively than the players will. Because players hold grudges. Players hold, and it's not to say that like a player, like a journalist isn't going to hold a grudge because maybe a player throws shade on them and throws a bad tweet about someone who writes a bad article or says something on a talking head show about them. But man, it's a much more objective way to have it stay the way it is than have the players do it. Anyway, and to the other part of this with the whole Embiid thing being that he seems to be so upset about this, and people are like, oh boy, wait till you see what he's going to do in game 5. He is going to be so mad that he didn't win MVP, and he's going to ball out, and he's going to show you how good of a player he really is. And no, he laid down and and rolled over in game 5 against Miami. And funnily enough, the other guy who you could arguably make a case that could have been MVP this season, Giannis, last night in a game 5 on the road in Boston, put up a 40 spot. Okay, that's what you do when you're mad that you didn't get MVP. You go out, you ball out, and you show the guy who's sitting at home that won the award that, man, I'm here dropping 40 and you're sitting at home watching it. How do you like them apples? Anyway, again, it's a regular season award. The guy that won it is sitting at home watching the playoffs right now, and the other two guys that finished behind him are still playing ball right now. So let him have his MVP award. Again, it's a regular season award, and to act like what Nikola did in the regular season wasn't worthy enough to get that award is a joke. Is a joke. I know people want to be like, oh, but look at what a warrior Embiid is playing with a literal broken face right now and a torn ligament in his shooting hand. Guy's a warrior. So what? That has nothing to do with the factor in with his play in the regular season. Like, yes, Embiid is playing through things that if this was the regular season, he'd be sitting out missing games. And he's nutting up right now, but man, he really sounded like in that press conference that he was sulking over not winning that MVP award. And if he really is that upset about this and it's going to factor in on his level of play, then sit on the bench. Sit on the bench, rest up, heal up. If you're going to be that upset, then take it up to next season. If you're going to play that sour, then you don't deserve to be playing right now. If you're going to be an MVP candidate that's upset that someone that played better than you won the award, sit on the bench. Sit at home, rest up, whatever. I know the Sixers have the best chance to beat the Heat with him, but man, I'd rather have someone that's going to try be out there, not someone that's going to be a sour puss that he didn't get what he wanted. And on top of that, who really cares if you win MVP or not? Like that validates you as like a superior player or something. Go win the chip. Who will care if you won an MVP that year or not? It's like I said on Twitter, if Jokic wins 10 MVPs in a row, and not going back to 2 seasons where the Nuggets made it to the Western Conference Finals, but if he keeps winning these MVP awards and doesn't advance past the first round, last year he got swept, this year he won 1 game. If he keeps having these type of first round performances and wins MVP after MVP, he's going to be known as a loser. Like his legacy is going to be very highly tarnished if he can't get out of the first round when he's winning MVPs. So anyway, great. Some guy won a regular season award and people, or specifically one guy in Philadelphia, is upset that he's still playing in the regular season and didn't win that award. Oh man, just a big fat whatever to Joel Embiid. Anyway, go Sixers, and here's hoping that Embiid is just mature enough to put this all behind him at this point. Because man, I just want to see my team force a Game 7, and I want everyone to just deal with the fact that Jokic won the MVP award and just move on. Watch basketball. Oh my God. Sixers lost by 30-some points, and with the bigger worry is our center playing with the drama of not winning the MVP. I mean, God, the Golden State Warriors just got blown out even worse last night to the Memphis Grizzlies, and they didn't have Ja Morant playing. They lost worse than the Sixers lost the night before, and you think they're going to be having a chip on their shoulder about that? Anyway, just ball up, guys. Like, come on. Act like you deserve to be here, Sixers. Anyway, here's hoping they force a Game 7 tonight. But man, I'm done hearing about this. If this becomes a thing in the press conferences still, and everyone, and even the press isn't moving on, just it's going on 2 days too long. That is all.